Hello everyone. In first lecture we discussed about introduction and application of heat transfer. Now in this lecture we will discuss about modes of heat transfer, which are the modes by which heat can transfer. Let us begin with the very first question, why does heat transfer? Here is Bunty, what he says is, it is simple because of temperature difference. Here is one body which is at 40 degrees Celsius and another at 20 degrees Celsius. Definitely there will be a heat transfer between those two bodies. Next is, the point to note is, heat transfers from high temperature body to low temperature body. One more point to note is, large temperature difference leads to higher heat transfer rate. Consider two cases. In first case, one body is 400 degrees Celsius and second is at 20 degrees Celsius. On other hand, in case 2, one body is 20 degrees Celsius and second is 19 degrees Celsius. Can you compare the heat transfer rate? In case 1, where one body is at 400 degrees Celsius and another at 20, definitely heat transfer rate will be much higher compared to that 20 and 19, right? So if the temperature difference is larger, heat transfer rate will be higher. Then one more point to note is, heat transfer continues until both substances reach at the same temperature. After two bodies reaches at the same temperature, then there will be no heat transfer. That means those two bodies are in thermal equilibrium with each other. Then heat transfer process will end up. Now one more question is, but how does heat transfer takes place? What we discussed is, why does heat transfer takes place? But now the question is, how does it take place? So the answer is, modes of heat transfer. Heat transfer can be done by conduction, by convection and by radiation. These three are the modes by which heat can be transferred. So we will discuss each and every in detail, but let us begin with the conduction. What is conduction? It is the transfer of heat through the direct contact. If two bodies are in direct contact with each other, then there will be a conduction. The next is convection. In convection, transfer of heat through bulk motion of fluid. If here is a solid body and the movement of fluid over the solid body cause convection. We will discuss it in detail, but for a brief, let us understand transfer of heat through the bulk motion of fluid. Just remember that first. Then in radiation, transfer of heat through the electromagnetic waves. So here are the waves responsible for heat transfer. So these are the three basic understanding of conduction, convection and radiation. Let us start with the conduction. What is conduction? It is the transfer of energy from more energetic particles of the substance to the adjacent less energetic particle. Now heat transfer in conduction can be done in solid and liquid and in gas. But how does it take place in solid? It can be done by lattice vibration and free electron movement. We will discuss what is lattice vibration and what is free electron movement, but before that we will discuss liquid and gas. Let us combine together and call it as a fluid. In fluid, the conduction heat transfer can be done by collision and diffusion of molecules. It is very simple. Now we will discuss how the conduction takes place in solid. So here is it. Conduction in solid. In solid, molecules are closely packed. So because of that, it cannot leave its position. What will happen with it is, if it gets energy, it can oscillate about its position or it can vibrate about its position. In figure you can see the molecules are closely packed and heat is being added from leftmost side. So what they are doing is, they are vibrating and they are transferring heat from left side to right side, or less energetic particle is getting heated by the more energetic particle from the left side. One more way to transfer heat in conduction is free movement of electron. So here you can see those red dots are the molecules and that gray ones are the electrons. So direction of electron depends upon the temperature difference. Higher the temperature difference, higher will be the speed of electron, and electron will transfer the heat. If you know, the metals are good conductor of heat. Why? Because they have free electron. Okay. Now let us discuss about convection. What is convection? The transfer of energy between solid surface and adjacent fluid, that can be liquid or gas, anything, in motion, and it involves combined effect of conduction and fluid motion. It is very obvious. If you have a tub in which water is filled, and if you heat that tub, what will happen to the bottommost molecule? Bottommost molecule, so the liquid molecule which is in the contact with the pen at the bottom, definitely it will get heated. The temperature of that molecule will be increased. So that is nothing but that is conduction from that solid to the liquid of the first molecule. Now what will happen with that molecule? As it gets heated, its temperature will increase, and as the temperature will get increased, what will happen with density? Temperature increases, density decreases, and we know as density decreases, the less denser fluid will move upward. So here these molecules will go up. So this molecules is going up, so definitely someone need to come down. So the particle or the molecule which is having more density compared to that one, that will come down, and this is how convection current will generate. So in convection, it is the combination of conduction and fluid motion both. Let me ask you one question. What regulates the wind direction at seashore? The answer is convection. In the picture you can see, in a sunny day, the temperature of land is comparatively higher than the sea. It is very obvious. So what will happen with the molecules which are closer to the land? The molecules will be heated and its temperature will be increased. And as the temperature get increased, its density will be decreased and it will move in upward direction. So warm air will move upward. So someone need to come downward. So who will come downward? So that is the molecules which are closer to the sea will move towards the land, and this is how clockwise current will be generated. Now what will happen at night? The temperature will be drastically reduced on land, but the temperature of sea does not vary that much. So in opposite direction current will happen. So at night if you go to the beach, what will happen is the direction of wind will be from the land to the sea. So the direction will be opposite at night. Okay, this is the reason the direction varies on the sea. Now convection are of two types. One is forced convection and second is free convection, or you can call it as a natural convection also. So now what is forced convection? If the fluid is forced to flow over the surface by external means such as fan, pump or the wind. If you force fluid to flow over the surface or the body, then that is a forced convection. And if it happens naturally, that means if the fluid motion is caused by buoyancy force that are induced by density difference due to the variation of temperature in the fluid. That is what we discussed earlier. As the temperature changes, its density changes, and because of density change, the movement of fluid, that is nothing but the buoyancy effect, right? So that is the natural convection or free convection. In convection, one more point to notice, heat transfer process that involves phase change of fluid is a convection. And how is it? In boiling, you see the rise of vapor bubble. That is not done by you. that is itself, that is a natural convection, and in condensation the fall of liquid droplet, so that is also a convection, and that is also a natural convection. One more mode of heat transfer is radiation. What is radiation? In radiation, energy is transferred by the means of electromagnetic waves, and it is depending upon the temperature of the surface. And one more point to note is it does not require any medium to transfer the heat. It is very important to note. It does not require any medium to transfer the heat. Now, in convection, what you need? You need bulk motion of fluid. If you don't have fluid, then there will be no convection. In space, there is a vacuum, no availability of liquid or gas. So in that space, convection is not possible, while radiation is possible, and radiation is happening in vacuum also. And where is it? From sun to earth. In between there is a vacuum. Still the sun rays or the electromagnetic waves from sun are coming to on the earth. So radiation does not require any medium to transfer the heat. In radiation, one more point to note is all the bodies radiates the electromagnetic waves, but the wavelength of those waves depending upon the temperature of body. As per the temperature of body, the wavelength will be there. And the radiation travels at the speed of light. So this is the fastest mode of heat transfer, and remember, it does not require any medium also. Higher the temperature, lower the wavelength. Now you will ask me, why do I need to know this? The answer is here. How does thermocamera works? Have you seen this kind of photographs? In this photograph, this woman having so many colors, and actually she don't have this many colors. This color is showing because of the thermal camera. What does thermal camera do? It captures the wavelength from body, wavelength from each and every point. So if you want to measure the temperature of whole body, you cannot measure at each and every point. So what you can do is you can use thermal camera and click a picture. You will see a picture like this. The reddish part showing the higher temperature, and the blue one is showing lower temperature. And high temperature means the lower wavelength. Lower the wavelength, higher the temperature. This is how this can be captured. Now let us discuss analogy of modes of heat transfer. All three in one picture. From bottom, heat is being added to the pen, and you are holding that pen with that handle, and within that pen there is water. So what will happen with that water is the molecule which are closer to the bottom of pen will get heated, and the temperature of that molecule will increase, and because of the buoyancy force, because of the density difference, it will move up, and this is how convection current will be developed, and that part is called convection. And on other hand, you have holded that handle of pen and you are feeling hot. The reason is conduction. Why? Because of the lattice vibration and the free electron movement towards your hand. So that is conduction. And the person which is standing far away from that stove, he is also facing the heat. So that is nothing by the radiation. And this is how we can differentiate conduction, convection and radiation. One more analogy of heat transfer is, here is the building in which there is a fire, and here is the well. What I want to know is how many ways or how many modes are there possible by which I can stop the fire in that building. So first way, we stand in a queue and we pass on the bucket to the next and next, and this is how we can stop fire. Another possible way is the boy bringing water from the well and going to the building. Again with empty bucket, it is coming back to the well and again is filling water and back to the building. So it is going to the well and coming back to the building. He is going to the well and coming back to the building. And next possible way is this boy is spraying water from the hose pipe. So this three possible ways or three possible modes by which the fire can be stopped. So tell me which one is conduction, which one is convection, and which one is radiation. So first, this one is conduction. Here you can see those boys or this toons are the molecules which are transferring the heat, and this one is convection because it is the bulk motion of fluid. It is going to the well, coming back to the building, going to the well, coming back to the building. So that is the convection current. So this is related to the convection, and that boy, intelligent boy, is using radiation mode of heat transfer to stop the fire in that building, right? It does not require any medium. It is called radiation. Here is one more analogy of modes of heat transfer. This boy is looking at that girl. She is very pretty. That is also one mode of heat transfer. Then she is also interested. So what she had done is she has given a flying kiss. So her heart is coming with the air, with the motion of fluid, her heart is coming to that boy. So that is also one mode of heat transfer, and later they hugged each other. So what happened there? That is also one mode of heat transfer. Now can you relate these three? The first one is radiation. Second one is convection. Why? Because her heart is coming to you with the motion of air, with the motion, with the bulk motion of fluid, with the bulk motion of air. And next, they are in physical contact. So that is conduction. Right? Now let us start question answer session. You have touched a metal spool sitting in a pan of boiling water only to be surprised how hot is it. So is it conduction, convection or radiation? That spoon is heated. So is it conduction, convection or radiation? Conduction. Next, here one more example. Cup of coffee. Cup of coffee is being cooled and you see that beautiful smoke. That is conduction, convection or radiation? Yes, yes, yes. Yes, that is convection. And that is a free convection or forced convection? That is our area of concern. Yes, that is natural convection. You are not doing anything. That is naturally, right? So that is convection. Next is how cheese melts between burger. So you have the cube of cheese placed in between and now it is melting. So that is because of conduction, physical contact between two layers. That is why it is conduction. Next is bonfire with friends. Yes, tell me, you are feeling radiation while you are sitting on this side. So that is radiation. Here is the air circulation in fridge. On freezer having lower temperature, very much lower temperature. So what that freezer will do is it will make the molecule which are closer to that is denser. So that denser molecule will go down, you can see in the white arrow, and this is how convection current will be generated. Oh, I told you answer. Tell me, what is conduction, convection or radiation? It is convection. Here is one more example, the function of ceiling fan. What is the function of ceiling fan? What ceiling fan do is it will throw the air with some force on you. So this is the function of ceiling fan. So that is conduction, convection or radiation? It is convection. But also point to note is that is a forced convection. It is blowing air on you. So that is forced convection. And ice melts in your hand. It is very obvious. If you hold the ice in your hand, it will be melted. So that is convection, conduction, convection or radiation. It is conduction because the transfer of direct contact between your hand and the ice. And again, that cup of coffee is again there. But here you are blowing the air to the cup. So is that conduction, convection or radiation? Is that conduction? No, it is convection. Earlier also it was convection only, but here it is convection, but it is a forced convection. You are blowing air, right? So that is the forced convection. And now let us take a sun bath. Is that conduction, convection or radiation? You are getting radiation from sun directly, and that is why it is radiation. I hope this question is clear.